I like this beat.
You gonna make me get mute again.
This is the one for get up the TV later.
He's back.
I think that's working now. I don't know what happened. My computer reset just now. It was an update. Can y'all hear me, see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I am back. The torture can continue. 1 second. All right, y'all can see the screen again, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what FES look like they're doing, they have this new protection plan membership that's coming up in December. That's the one that you had shared in the group chat, Giselle. And these guys have a dental vision program that's coming with it. But the one that really got my attention is they have like this cell phone provider, I believe, that's coming with it. I'm not too sure what it's about yet until I look into it. But they're basically, from what Odin, a vice president of the company, told me, is they're going to allow you to have an actual cell phone bill, like that you can actually have a cell phone provider that's a part of your membership. So imagine someone being able to cut off their cell phone bill right now and have it under the protection plan. That's big. Like, that's something that a lot of people would save a lot of money on while still getting the credit work done, because now their cell phone bill is a part of their membership. I don't know if that means anything to any of you, but that's big, you know?
Would that coverage be in the Virgin Islands as well?
I am going to find that out. I'll talk to corporate tomorrow, ask them everything about that. But from what I gathered, it's a next cell phone provider, I believe, that you can include into your membership. So this is a great product to, at least for now, share with people that's going to be in the mainland for now, Giselle, until we find out. Because you know how with the VI is always that little thin line cut off as far as what's acceptable, what's not. But the good thing is that overall, for the mass majority of where our market is going to be to, it's available there from what they're discussing. Hey, Deneja, what's up? Welcome to the call. Next is, let me go back to that thing I was looking at. So this is some information I want everybody to really just go into. Before we got cut off, before I got cut off, I was mentioning that I don't even know what's a check systems. I don't know what it is, so I'm gonna go look into that. How to avoid foreclosure, a foreclosure versus a short sale. What to know before co-signing a loan. This is information that you give this to people. If you read this for yourself tonight or anytime as soon as you guys can, read it and go over it. You're gonna just up your business just like 10 times more, because you now have information people are gonna ask questions about. Things that you at once probably didn't know that you can share with people. You're gonna have people who's gonna rely on you more as a person to help them with their credit. Because if you're gonna tell a person the best way to handle medical bills and deal with divorces and how to deal with debt settlement and how to write the perfect dispute letters and how to actually do removing late payments with a certain letter, how to negotiate these things, you know how much more valuable you're going to become in your own marketplace. It doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter, who your market is. People like people who know what they're talking about. So the more that you can actually dive into this information ASAP and start learning it, you're going to learn something for yourself. You can help people learn as well for themselves too. People are going to start referring people to you. And this section here, look, tips and techniques. Little things that seems obvious, but a lot of people don't know it. This right here, if you just read this, people will immediately look at you as an expert and want to do business with you because you are providing them information they once did not know it. So that's not really what this call is about. I just wanted to go over that real quick just to show y'all that is there. This video goes over the basic factors of credit. There's a quiz that people can take. This is all available for all your clients. They can take a little quiz, things that they would need to know. Your payment history determines approximately how much your credit score. Anybody have the answer to that? You know what I mean? So it's this is something to go over. But what I want to kind of talk about now is just to find out where everybody's at with their business, anything that they needed to know, things that we need to go over, discussion, something that's kind of bothering you with the business as far as like what you may or may not know. This is the time to now go over it, ask any questions. Hopefully I can answer it. Anybody else on this call could answer it. But I want to make sure everyone is up to speed with what we're doing with FES. You know, this is a big company. It's getting better. It's getting a lot more solid on top of being solid already. But it's something we can share with family. But I want to know right now on this call, who here is not 100% sure how to build this business and how to share it with people? Everybody you can unmute your mics if you unmute your mics. You can go over that. Joel, what's up? Let's see. All
Okay,
right,
so
everybody's
I want to speak on behalf of myself and my team. I basically watch the videos and see the different things that we can do to bring people on, but I wanted to know if there's anybody on here who could give like additional information on things that they do that's been helping them to bring people into the business.
Let me see. Hey, Jack, are you there?
You unmuted me?
Yeah, you're unmuted now. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Hey, what's up?
everything is good, man.
Awesome.
So based on Giselle's question, I know you do a lot of different ways to show people a business opportunity. You mind sharing with everybody ways that you would actually expose the information to people? Or Giselle, if you want to ask a question again, you can.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, Jack.
All right, awesome. Giselle, do you mind asking the question one more time, please?
Okay, so basically my question is, we have the different videos and stuff giving us techniques to use either on social media or like having our meeting.
Yeah.
My question was basically, what else can you, suggest for us to do to basically get more clients or more agents?
Clients and agents. Well, what's been working for me really is the pre-trials. Basically, what I would do is online and offline, but really just kind of sitting down and writing down who are my target market, who are the people who can really benefit the most out of credit, and also who understands how valuable credit is. Because when you talk to certain people that understand the credit and actually leverage it within their business, they're a little more open to hearing you out. So what I actually do is I actually go out in the market. Sometimes I look for real estate agents. I Google real estate agents. I Google different, I leverage the internet and just kind of find people that are either looking, I might.
Hey, Jack, you're going in and out for a second there.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I don't have my Bluetooth on. But sometimes there's certain sites that you can actually go on, like apartments.com, Turo, certain websites that actually help, real estate professionals find houses for people that are actually looking in the market. So sometimes what I will do is I will put in a request on a website just to also, introduce myself to a real estate agent and let them know what I'm doing. That way I have them calling me and I could tell them, hey, by the way, also I help people get excellent credit. If you have any clients who are looking to, get their credit up this year that's looking to buy a house, I'm your person, and, just being able to build off a relationship with that. I'll ask them for like an email and send them a couple of the testimonials and success stories. And after they see that and the video, they'll send me like emails of leads and stuff, So I leverage a little bit of everything. Testimonials, I post those online. Every time I post a testimonial online, I have people, comment, or inbox me. Sometimes I even show people in person, depending on who I'm talking to. So there's a lot of different things that you can do. You said you live on the islands, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are there car dealerships on the island?
Yeah.
All right. Well, what I did too is you can actually kind of do business to business with the car dealerships, because there's a couple car dealerships where if you have a couple, trade lines and you have a little minimum of a 650 score, you can get into a car for no money down. So I was actually on the phone a couple days ago with a guy, because I saw a car online that I was looking at, and I wanted to ask questions about it. Also, so we were talking about it, and then I also told him that, hey, by the way, I do, I help people get excellent credit. If you guys have any people that are not getting approved by cars because of their credit or high, interest rates, I like to do business with you guys and see how I can add value, how my business could add value to you guys. And after that, they're like, okay, yeah, man, that's really cool. You should definitely come in. And when I talked to the other guy, he actually wants to get his credit fixed so he can get trade lines to get a house. So I'm working with him right now and just kind of walking him through the steps that he needs. So I mean, there's a lot of different places that you can go, and you can, if you focus on that and just make it count, then those are some pretty good options right there and there. You can do business for business. You can find people. You can actually Google real estate people in your area, and just see if you guys can partner up, and if it's something that makes sense for them to be in business, they can do it as well.
Hey, wow, that was good. Thanks for that, man. Giselle, I hope that was good information.
It was.
And anybody have any questions about that? Anybody got any value from that? You can unmute your mic, say something. Let me know if you have any questions about what Jack just mentioned. This is not television, everybody. You could actually chime in and say something too. I guess everybody good. Everybody, y'all know what y'all doing then, right?
Yeah, it was helpful information. I'm going to look into it and see what's going on.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Sila. Anybody have any questions about anything that's going on? How to use your back office, how to access your website, anything, any questions anybody have as far as what we're doing here?
Nope.
I guess not.
Denasia? Naeem?
It's like nothing's coming to mind at the moment. A lot of the questions, like a lot of things that you covered kind of was answered for me.
Okay, cool. And I don't know who else was there. Sharita, do you have any questions? Naeem, any questions?
No questions, Malik.
Okay, is there anything that you needed me to clarify on for you?
I have a quick question then. You know how, I'm not sure the gentleman who was speaking, but how he said that he has like testimonials and stuff like that. Are those like your own personal testimonies from your clients, or are those like something like I can have access to kind of like post to kind of like drive some people to the post to get people, set up with
both. I use both. A lot of times when I first started out, I didn't have a lot of testimonials, so I used like the ones that you would see in the group, and I would just post those and just post something like, hey, the person, whatever the success story was, the person was able, I just shared the success story because we all use the same service until I was able to get my success story. And one of the things I also ask my clients is, when they register under the Smart Credit, they always get the points every time they do something with their credit. It always shows you how many points it goes up, whether it's 70 points, 50 points, 25 points, or 100 points. Mm-hmm. I always tell my client each time their points increase, take a screenshot of that and send it over to me. That way I could document it and share your success. That way I could start to grab my own success stories, and I didn't have to keep, borrowing others, which is not bad, but, I just want to, so you want to leverage both things because, like I said, everybody's still using the services and they work. And, if somebody else is grabbing success from that, use that and share their success story with the with them too as well. There's actually a success story that I had, but I didn't have the points with it. So what I actually posted on my Instagram, right, is I was like, hey, you know, here's a success story from a client. Also, one of my personal clients just got a bankruptcy and a tax lien removed within 3 weeks from her credit report. Her score jumped up 90 points, which actually did. She was telling me about it. Yet I think it was like 4 days ago. She was excited, and her score jumped up 90 points. You know what I'm saying? So, and I put like just happy to be able to, you know, add value to people. After I posted that with the other success story, but I put on that caption on it, I had about 2 people inbox me, hey, you do the credit thing? And they shot me a DM in Instagram. So they told me to give them a call back this Saturday, and I'm gonna go ahead and break down the process. But every time I post a success story, I always get at least 2 to 3 people that hit me up in Instagram.
If you could share your recent one with the group, that would be awesome.
Okay, cool. What I'll do is I'll go ahead. I've been trying to call the client because she's actually a business partner now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if she can actually screenshot me her points, and because what happened is I actually recorded the call. So what I'll try to do is see if I can get the call over to Malik. That way you guys can hear the excitement in her voice and just seeing, you know, what things happen. And after that just really made me happy within the company and knowing that I was doing something that was really adding value to people. So I'll see if I have the call recorded. I'll see if I can get that over to Malik.
Absolutely. Thank you.
That's
Another
what's up,
question that I had in terms of the lead generation that he was saying, you know, in terms of reaching out to other agents. I'm also a realtor in New York City, so I have a big network of agents that I know, a lot of mortgage bankers. But in terms of the actual process and building out that funnel, that's one question. And also, what other lead generation tools are you guys using as far as like email marketing? Like what kind of things are you guys using to generate more leads? And also the text to writer, how do you guys set that up?
Okay. Billy, you want to answer that question or you want me to?
What was, I'm sending us a message, but what was the last question real quick, Naeem? What was the last thing you asked?
How do you guys set up that text writer? Like, I text this for more information. Is that an automated system that you guys are using?
Or when you see like the post on Facebook that says comment info for this information, something like that?
No, not that. It'd be like text, you know, like text credit repair to this number. It's like a 5-digit, 6-digit number.
Jack, I'm not too sure if following on that one. Jack, do you know what he's talking about?
I think what you're saying is basically when you see people posting it and they put like their own like number or it's like a business number and it's like, hey, text credit to you know, this number, and it's like posting on the flyers.
Your personal number. I thought it was an automation system.
No. So basically, and this is what actually probably be good for you if you use I think it's called PhoneCloud. It's actually like a business, personal business line. Malik can explain a little bit more in detail about that.
Cloud phone.
Yeah, Cloud Phone. So basically, it's just like having a separate business line, right? You know, sometimes certain people don't want to do a whole bunch of business with their personal number and they want to keep things separate. So a lot of people are either using Google Voice, Cloud Phone, or sometimes they'll even use their personal number. That way you can kind of differentiate which people are calling about their services and which people are actually looking for the business opportunity. So if you want, you could actually put your own number. Hey, you know, in credit repair, here's a couple of success stories. Anybody looking, you know, whatever the flyer says, and then you can say, hey, comment info or text credit to this number, and you can put your number. That way, you know, anybody who's serious or looking to get more info, they contact you.
Okay, got it, cool.
Now, as far as like other lead generations, you say you're in New York, right?
Yeah, I'm in New York.
Awesome. And you say you're a realtor?
Yes.
Okay, so do you go to any of the because I'm from Brooklyn too, or Brooklyn, New York, but I live here in Atlanta. So what they have here, I don't know if they have it in New York. I've seen a couple, but they have a lot of networking events. You know, from real estate events to even entrepreneurial events. Even they actually have this thing called Young Black Professionals in different states. I'm going to one here in Atlanta tomorrow. I know they have a
Yeah, I
couple
think
of
I've
them.
heard that before.
Yeah, they have it in New York. They have it in Miami. Those, like, I mean, I think like this is a little event where they have like at a bar, and basically it's one of those things where you just go up and you write down the industry that you're in, and
Okay.
you just sit there and you socialize and you talk. From those events, from my experience, you're gonna find anywhere between 50 to 100, if not more, like-minded individuals. And sometimes you get wrapped up in a really good conversation that you forget that you need to be networking with a lot of people. So are you actively going to like networking events on a regular basis, or are you trying to do everything online?
Yeah, pretty much online, but I do absolutely every networking event that I go to. You know, I do go to a few different networking events too. I like to always meet with like-minded people to keep the network.
Yeah. From my experience, and I'm not knocking the online thing. Online is really, really cool, especially if it's already automated and it's working. You can post success stories, and you can kind of lead people. Hey, just look at my Instagram, you'll see my stuff. But I found a lot of success stories going to the networking events as well, because they're actually seeing the face to the product. They're inviting me to other networking events. I'm talking to a lot of other people, and that's actually how I was able to find like a real estate agent who was able to send me 27 leads of people who had bad credit. You know what I'm saying? From one of those young black professional events. Networking events.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Go ahead, Naeem. You were asking something.
Oh no, I was done.
Anybody had anything to say on that?
Basically, shit.
Hey, y'all need to get with this guy Jack, man. Like, Jack be putting me on game with a lot of stuff. I'm telling y'all, man, this is some. When I tell you, man, this guy will go in and research all different types of things, man, is worth it. Just find ways to build networks, like things that I didn't even know myself. Like, I solely depend on social media and just meeting people offline. I would just walk into stores. For example, for me, I'm in Miami now, and like there's like a Publix nearby, and I just went to the Publix just to go grab stuff. There's a security guard, and I would just say good afternoon, good morning, whatever the case is, just kind of building relationships with people. And one day the guy asked me, I said, where you from? Because I kind of heard like he sounded like he had like an accent from like the islands, and he told me he's Jamaican. And then I was like, oh, that's what's up, man. I'm from the islands too, and like just building rapport. Then the guy asked me what I do, and I said, well, I help people fix their credit. And this guy was like, he just stopped. Like, he was just like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, man, my credit, but what do you do? And then it turns around that the guy decided, he even wanted to become an agent, because I asked him if he knows other people buy credit, and he said, no, he knows a lot of people. And I said, well, how would you like to get paid for referring those people to getting their credit worked on while getting your credit worked on for free? And he was just like, what I have to do. So now, like, we just set up a meeting, and we're going to meet up this week. I think tomorrow actually, to just go over this information. And it's just simple as that. Like, for me, I can just go out and just like see people, if they make eye contact with me, I'll just like shake their hand, compliment them, to wear nice shoes, or, I like the hair, or whatever little things to just kind of build conversation. It's not everybody I would do that for. It's just people who genuinely look like people who would actually stop to have a conversation. And every time I mention, people ask me, what is it that you do? I just always keep it very simple, nonchalant, help people fix their credit. I help people get into houses who had bad credit. I help people get the car they're looking for because they got turned over because of bad credit. And when people hear that, I'm not overly excited with it, like, oh my God, I fixed the credit. And like, I don't do that, because I just look like a person who's trying to get a sale, and that's not what I do. I always tell a person, well, I help people get their credit up to where it needs to be. I help people get a better credit score, and because I keep it very simple, people say, really, how can I do that? And now here's where learning about credit comes into play. People, before you try to sell someone on your services, be willing to share free valued information, right? Be willing to give people tips on building their credit, little nuggets. I just came from the hair salon, and the lady you know, I hand out my car and she asked me, you know, little things about credit. She was just like, you know, I don't know nothing about credit. I don't deal with credit cards. That's just not for me. And her husband, I asked him, do you have credit cards? He was like, oh, no, not at all. I don't deal with credit cards. And I said, well, guess what? You're going to want to deal with credit cards because that's your best friend, especially when it comes to building credit. And their eyes opened up like, oh, what do you mean? And I started going a little bit into it. I'm not giving them the whole thing. I'm not trying to sell them on my services. I just give them a little of information, and they will turn around and say, well, look, I have this on my account. How can that be done? Boom. Now that person is going to be interested in getting things off the credit. So now they're already interested. You don't try to share something with someone who's not interested in what you have to offer. That's why the credit repair industry is huge, because it's not something that people can really say, I'm fine without it. You know what I mean? So people are going to want to get it done. They just don't know who to turn to. So when you're providing free information, people say like, yo, this person has given me this good valued information I once did not know. You're going to look at you as an expert, and now going to say to themselves, well, I rather this person help me out because I like them. You know, they look like a nice person. They have a great smile. They're very friendly, and they're giving me this free information. I'm going to put my money towards this person. You know, I told the lady, she asked me how much to get started with the program. I said, $88. She said, that's not bad. You know, and I said $89 a month. Then I told her, like, you know, here's the catch. Credit repair doesn't take long. So with the services we provide, you're going to get your credit worked out within the next 4 to 6 months. You're going to see results. The company offers so much different financial services, and even dental and vision included, ways of reducing your cell phone bill, all these different things included. And she's like, are you serious? So now $89 seems like something that's a part of a person's lifestyle. A person will pay a light bill and an internet bill every month on time because it's valuable enough to them to keep it. Why shouldn't they have the same feeling when it comes to the protection plan? It all depends on how you give the value out, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so I guess to see I got a good market. I know a lot of people, so I don't think it would be hard, you know, attracting people to it. It's just the main thing of pretty much the process, presenting it, and actually being able to, you know, definitely present it. Because once I'm able to present it, I'm a closer. I can close. That's not a problem for me.
Right.
I guess it just depends. You know, it's a question of the process and, you know, breaking it down.
So is it for you right now? Is it just breaking it down that kind of is it a little difficult to break it down when it comes to just like getting into the conversation?
Well, with customers, enrolling clients and customers, that's not a problem. But actually, I'm talking more on building the business of agents, more bringing agents into the business.
The number one way, and I agree as well, right? The number one way you want to bring business agents into your business is by leading with the services. You can't build a business of agents if you can't lead with the services. If you can't get a client, there's no way you should be able to get an agent, the way I see it, because you're not going to join into a business, pay to get into a business to sell what, to share what. You know, at the end of the day, it has to be something people are paying for. That's because other than that, this FES would be a whole Ponzi scheme. This whole thing would just be a complete flat out scam. If we're having people join a business with no actual service or product to share. So lead with the services, and it all comes back down to the more you can provide value to a person on credit, on education, on finances. It's not just credit, but it's other services. The faster a person is going to see value. And now, if a person says, I want to get my credit worked on, right? You know, how can I get started? And it gets to that point, I would easily ask a person, well, look, how many are you interested in getting your credit worked on for free? That person's going to say, of course. Because if they're already comfortable paying for it, why not get it for free? That should be a no-brainer. You know what I mean?
Got you. Okay.
So I always wait until a person is sold on the services of credit repair and the other financial services. Credit repair is just like the flagship. So I try to break away from just credit, but into the other services provided, like the will, trust, and power of attorney. That alone is that's more valuable than the credit services, you know. But people don't look at it like that because we always talk about credit. But
right.
When you leave with the services and people like, yo, I want to pay for this, I want to get started, and then you ask them, well, are you interested in getting your credit worked out for free? They're gonna say, of course. And I would ask that person, well, look, it's $100 more to become a business partner with the services. you refer 5 people to the services, your membership will be free. You'll not pay $89 a month, and you would make $500 up front. How does that sound? A person is going to say, yo, I know somebody, this person, that person can use it. Now you have a client who's now an agent, because to them it's just as simple of, I'm going to get my credit worked on for free because I'm already going to pay for it. And might as well get done for free. So lead with the services. Don't try to say, join my business and let me help you make money. You can't say that to people. Unless that person is like a red personality, which just means like they're just money hungry, go-getter mentality, leadership person. Then you can talk about money, but start with the services, because at the end of the day, if there's value to be offered, there's a business to be made. You know what I mean? There's profit involved as well.
Another question that I had, does how do the pre-trials run?
So, I mean, let me pull this up real quick while I answer that. So pre-trials is basically getting a person who wants to be in your business. Let's say you led with just a business opportunity and people ask you what this is about. What I would do is I'm going to close that person's customers before they become an agent. For example, Dinesia, can you, are you on the line still?
Yes, I'm here.
For example, I'll meet your line real quick. I want to ask you a question. When you and I first talked, did I try to just throw you into the business, or did I tell you, let's just give it a test run?
Yeah, we pretty much did the test run. I kind of seen how that went. And the way you told me to do it, I actually just did it just quick, fast, in a hurry, because I was, on my way to work. And then when I checked it later, I was like amazed how much it was blown up. And then, just gave me more information about it, just like pretty much sold it to me. And from there, it was definitely something I wanted to be a part of.
And again, thank you, because when I first talked to Dinesia, the vibe I got from her was more like, well, I need to see how this is first. I need to see if this is worth my money. And I'm not going to try to jump in and join a business. And you'll see how it works after, because that would scare anybody away, But when she saw all those people hitting her up about credit repair, at that point, like, not even one person. I got started with Dinesia. We didn't even start to contact people. Dinesia was like, let's just get started, And that was because you saw the value, didn't you, behind everything?
Yeah, I just see like the potential, how much, like you said, it affects everybody. Nobody can run from credit. It's like a mortician. They will always have business, So this is like one of those type of things. So it's something that's like a no-brainer. And I'm just trying to find a way to kind of like articulate that a little bit better to like others. Because, as far as me, I know how I think. So listen to you, Malik, I knew right away what I wanted to do. But I'm trying to like find a way to, talk to other people to make them just as interested. And kind of like, wean them into it. Not something that, like you said, you didn't rush me into it. You didn't make me feel like I had to do it today or anything. You made me feel comfortable, and then that made me want to get ready and get it done today. So,
right. And that brought up a good point. Thank you for saying that. The way you join a business is the way you want to share that same energy with people who has not become a part of your business yet, if that makes sense. Like, if you feel comfortable joining the business, whatever reason you join the business, that can also be the same reason you help other people join their own business. But when you lead with the services, you're going to have a much more better success. And if you lead in with the business, close a person's customers before they become an agent, and they will become an agent before the customers become customers. If that makes sense. Because
absolutely,
if a person sees,
So my question is, with her, did you guys so the pre-trial, you guys basically did like a Facebook post, and then everybody comment on credit or info or something like that?
Yeah, so we did the trial run. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I see it.
So on the Residual Hub site, if you go to residualhub.com, you click on the link at the top that says trial run right here, and you get here. There's a quick audio, like 4 minutes. This is 4 minutes, and we're just talking about how the trial run works with the post that Dinesia did use herself. You have a link here to go to different ads as far as attracting potential agents. But this is basically it. It shows you what to do. You post you tag 30, 40 people to the post. You make sure the post is set to public. And when a person's commenting in your inbox, in your post, you having that person who's posting for you, who's just looking into the business, just to kind of see how it's going to go, you want to start creating buzz. You want to give that person buzz by, you can have your teammates literally go on to that person's post and just start to hit inbox and say, hey, hit me up for information. What is the information about? Because this is going to make that person have their people see that there's other people looking into this. So you can boost your page, right? You can boost your.
So you had her post this on her page.
Yeah, she posted this on her page. I'll post it in the group right now so you can see what it looked like. Cause here it just looks a lot clean, but it's a lot more emojis and stuff that was included into it. Let me send that to you, all right, real quick. In the group text on Messenger, I'm about to post it right now so you can see what it normally looks like when I post it, because something about this post just attracts a lot of people, you know?
Absolutely.
If y'all
What group are you posting that to?
It just posted in the group text, wrote to VP, the group chat for Facebook, for Messenger.
Okay, I got it.
That for some reason grabs a lot of people's attention. Denasia, remember that one, right? When all the people stopped blowing you up and you hit me up and it was like, yo, you know, when we gonna start?
Yeah, I'm actually using that. Yeah, I'm actually using that same post for one of my friends tomorrow to post up. And like a good time, you always want to post when it's popular. So social media is always popular between 12 and 2 and 4 and 6. So those are like the most popular times that you want to post. A lot of times people are getting off of work or on their lunch break, different things like that. So normally, you know, doing it at those times, you'll drive the most people. So I'm going to actually have somebody try it tomorrow.
Right.
And the most times of success is when like you're dealing with people who are like not like popular on social media, but have a lot of friends. Getting the people with like the most friends is probably the best idea to do that post. Yeah.
Right, exactly. You guys can go on your Facebook right now and look for your friends who got like 3,000, 4,000 plus friends, people who got people following them for no reason. Because people got followers on Facebook, like 2,000 followers, 1,000 followers, and they're not even using it to do anything. It's just them. People just like them. And you can reach out to that person and ask them to do you a favor, help you get your credit business out there. And I don't even pay for promotions, you know? The organic promotions, I don't pay for that. If it's just like advertising, like sponsoring, I'll pay for that. But I built my whole business off of just organic. Just reach out to people and say, can you do me a favor and post on your Facebook for my business? I'd appreciate it. And I said that to people, they're like, sure, that's not a problem. And
Send me that post that you use to send other people. I'm going to use that as well.
Which one? The one we just talked about?
Yeah, no, the post that you send other people to post, you know, to get them to post, you know, what you want them to post on the page.
Oh, that's the same thing, same one. And
it's the same one, okay.
And then if you guys want different ads too, what you can do is you go to training, under the training tab in the Residual Hub site. You go to the training tab. If you go down here to where you see, where is it? I think scripts. You go to scripts. It's going to ask you a password. The password is Moneymaker. I'm just talking about just Moneymaker period. Not nothing else.
Where is this at, Malik?
This is on the Residual Hub. This is a site that I made for just our team to have access to just everything that I go over. It's just there. Things that I want you guys to look at, it's just there. So you go to residualhub.com. When I go here, I click on ads. You got agent ads. Ads you can post on social media for yourself. You have agent ad 1. And then you have agent ad 1 support. So you have an ad that you can give people to post for you. You know, looking for new business partners to work full-time and part-time from home. Message my friend Naeem. Message my friend Denasia. They're currently hiring. Message Chris. They're currently hiring. You know, when you see this, when people are saying this, it's better. You don't have to be the person posting on your Facebook page directly all the time about credit, because now you're going to come off as a spam. So don't do that. Be your regular self. Don't try to flood your timeline with just credit-related information, because people already know what you do. Now, people on social media, they're not blind at all. people are seeing you. So you want to make sure you're not just talking about credit. You know, go out to dinner, take a picture of you and your spouse out for dinner, or take yourself out to dinner if you're single or whatever. You know, to put yourself out there, go to the gym, work out, you know, do regular human stuff, you know, like, and just be brand that of yourself. You know, people want to see that you're an actual human just like them, but you also help people build their credit, you know? So, just don't be a robot, be yourself, you know, and then be that person willing to help. But don't try to be that person who's always credit, because now people are going to just feel like it's all you talk about, you know? If you go to ads again, there's customer ads, you click on that. And there's like over 21 different ads that's here, you know, there's like 42 different ads that's here on just credit. 44 different ads on just credit, you know? So you guys can go here and use this, you know? You don't have to use the same one all the time, but give this to your friends to post. Go find people who got like 4,000 plus friends, people who got followed, people who you know got influence, and have them post this for you in the form of a favor. Even if you shot them like $10, $20, $30 to post it. Depends on whatever relationship you have with that person. The point is, get yourself exposed out there. Get people to see that this is what you're doing. And then refer yourself back to this information over here on the Credit Builder site. Information about credit. Learn this stuff. Don't be quick to sell someone on the program. Be a consultant before a salesman. You know what I mean? You know, be willing to just give free valued information. People are going to come back to you for a next question and a next question. Then they're your client. Now
that's on the same site?
This is under the Protection Plan site, under your customer portal. So you guys have different sites. You have the Residual Hub site for just different information as far as like what I use. There's training here. There's a section called Credit Master. If you want to just learn different things about credit, this is a whole bunch of stuff. If you're more than a 700 credit score, what can you do to get to it? 800 credit score. If you're under 700, what you can do to get up to that level, you know? Build credit fast with a $500 credit limit. If you click on that right now and you watch the video, you learn that. You can share it with somebody else and they're gonna just be like, yo, you're the person I'm gonna come to. All the information is here. The trick to building FES is to build what FES is about, financial literacy. Learn about the credit, learn about the services, provide the information. Get clients, ask clients for referrals. Clients become agents because they saw that it's valuable. Now you have a team. Now you teach your team to do the same thing. You don't just have your team get into the business and just go out start telling people, oh, join my credit repair business, because now you're just going to shoot that person in the foot, right? The same way you build your business and the same way you grow up and you develop yourself in your business is the same way you want your team to do it. It's going to be a process. It's going to be a time. But this business only requires 5 leaders on your team to make yourself a 6-figure income earner easily. If you have 5 people who are building your team immensely because they know the information and you took your time and you cultivate that person to becoming their best self, to becoming very knowledgeable and having experience, and you have that person get a paycheck, have that person pay a bill. If you help a person pay off their bills through FES and you're helping them, you're going to take care of your own bills, because the more you help a person in your team, the more you're going to help yourself. So, I mean, it's all about helping the next person. You know what I mean? Like, I'm willing to do these Zoom calls with the team in this group chat as much as I need to. I'm willing to do calls to talk to you and your prospects, answer any questions they have, because I want to help everybody get promoted. The volume month is ending this Saturday. If you're not a field trainer yet, if you're an agent still working on becoming a field trainer, become a field trainer. If you're a field trainer, aim for a senior field trainer. You know, get yourself promoted. And if you don't know what those different levels and titles mean, go to your business back office and actually go under the commission report, the commission manual tab, and you can look at what this means, what it takes to rank up. And let me show you guys this one thing here. Even better, if you are trying to build your business and you don't understand how to build a team yet, or the right way to build it, you go back to the residual hub, go to training, scroll down to where you see compensation plan. You guys can see this, right? Can you guys see there where it says compensation plan? Click on compensation plan, and you're gonna learn from this guy, Greg Ammerman. This is one of the biggest people that was in the FES, pushing this from the beginning like before FES was FES, if that even makes sense, talking about how to build your business, what to do when you're new. FES structure video, he shows you how to structure your team, long-term thing, and how to build your team long-term so that, you know, you can actually have a structured team. Like, for example, today, Giselle and Sila just got a new business partner that just started with Denasia. Her name is Makasia. She just joined the team. She started with Denasia. So now Giselle and Sila just got a new business partner. And that's because you want to build deep with your team. And this video is going to show you why you want to do that. Then how to get from agent to sales director. These are the same exact videos I watched, like literally just like once or twice. And I knew the whole comp plan like the back of my hand. I knew what it takes to get to where, right? Understanding the COB bonus, one of the biggest money making spots in the business. How to trigger COBs and get the most out of your actual business by enrolling customers into your team, into your business. So this information is there. You just have to be willing to just go and study it yourself. I can't hold you against your will and tell you to go do this. This is how you build. So in a nutshell, to wrap this call up, unless you guys have any other questions, if you want to build clientele, lead with the services, right? Study how it works. Go into your portal and just click on every single link and start studying everything. The more you learn, the more information you can give. You're going to have more clients. Clients become business partners. When you have business partners, go to this site and learn how to build your business partners the right way so you can build the most successful team and you know how to guide them. And all you're going to do is repeat what you did to yourself to 5 other people. And as you have 5 people who's doing this for themselves, guess what? 1, your membership is forever going to be free because you have 5 active people in your business who's pushing it. You're going to keep getting paid every Thursday from your business because you have people who's building your business and you help them make money for themselves. It's not about just signing someone up in your business. It's making that person a leader. So learning this right here will make you a very successful person at FES. And then there's so much more coming with the business. It just is crazy. Like, I'm going to go into this information and know it for myself because I want to keep getting better at what I do. I don't want to feel like I'm the best in FES or I'm good at what I do right now. I feel like I'm like still a trainee, a rookie right now, still learning this information, you know? So I treat myself as I'm a brand new company all the time and I learn something different and I get better at it. And then your business just builds. People will literally walk up to you and be like, yo, you know, can you help me? You know what I mean? But now, is there any questions anybody have? Anything that you want to go over? Chris, I know you came onto the line. Is there anything you want to chime in and say? And also, Joel, if you're here, you can hear me. If there's anything you want to chime in and mention. What's up, Chris?
Hey everybody.
Everybody. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, nothing really I want to chime in and say. If anybody is like newly enrolled or just getting into the business or just getting into the flow of things, advice I can give to you from myself is that it's not always going to be sunshine. It's going to have some rainy days. Just don't give up because it never rains forever. And keep pushing, you know. The goal is right there for the taking. Just stay focused and do what you got to do.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And this is Regional Sales Director, Chris Silly. For those who don't know, you know, Chris' business is doing $25,000 a month every 30 days in business right now, just doing this. And, you know, we didn't really have much of a structure to start off with, but we just kind of just went for it, you know. So is somebody who's really serious about his business. So if you guys have any questions about FES, you can always reach out to him. But this whole business is about helping everybody right now. So if you're trying to get promoted, get to your next level, get in contact with us. Ask questions. You need us to get on a call with you and your business partners or potential business partners, potential clients. Let us know. Now, last thing I'm going to show everybody, and we're going to just call this a wrap. Let's say you want to learn how to talk to your own business partners and clients for yourself, and no one's there to help you close that sale out. You can go to agent and sponsor, roll to the top of the screen, right? And click on sponsor, the button here that says sponsor. For new agents, make sure you go ahead and click on new agent because there's information there for you. But you click on sponsor, and this here is these are like 3 different audios I recorded myself a long time ago. Like back in March of like last year or something. I can't remember. And March of like last year, I recorded this, I believe. And this is how I've been talking to business partners over the phone or in person and customers, right? How to even deal with a three-way call. And there's a script that you can read along with it. I'm telling you, if you listen to these audios right now over and over again, like 5 times, your business is going to be so much easier to build because you're going to feel confident in what you're saying, because now you know what you're talking about. If you don't have yourself a structure of how you want to talk to people, you're done. And then even when I was speaking to Denisha earlier on the line tonight, one of the questions she asked me is just, how do I present, or how do I give my speech and talking to people about it? And for me, I do have this that I use to talk to people, but before I even do that, I talk about my story. So the best way for you to build your business is talk about your story, why you got started, what does it mean to you? And the only way you can do that is by really diving into the services, seeing what it means to you, and whatever stands out the most to you, let that be your selling point to build a business. If that makes sense to you guys. All right, so there's all the information. There's no excuses. No one should be able to build this business. It's very simple. You just have to read. You just have to read. And it's all there for you. So that's it for now. If anyone has any questions, we can just answer it right now, clear it up. Anybody?
What's going on, guys? As far as mine was asking the question about marketing, one of the things that worked for me is Instagram, and one of the things that I use is called an app called Grab, or GRAB. It's green with arrows going around. You can look for it in your app store. And basically what you do is, like, if you see a leader that you like and they're getting a lot of feedback on certain posts, you just basically grab the post and do it, change some things up, or you just leave it exactly the same. We're all on the same team, so whatever worked for one, you want to utilize the same strategy, so you're not trying to reinvent the wheel. So I'll see a leader that I like, and I see something that I like that they posted, and I basically grab it and post it myself, and then get traction, and basically building a lifestyle, like Malik was saying, to where it's just not about business all the time, but basically showing that you're building a business, but you're still human, like working out, spending time with your family. So you got to have a mixture of both. And as you continue to do the marketing, you're basically selling yourself. Like, don't put a whole bunch of FES this, FES that, FES this. Right. It's more like people are going to join you, especially if you're trying to get agents. They want to, be able to be, likable to where they want to be chilling with you. And then you give them game as far as to how to build a business and make a side income for themselves and their family. Ultimately, they'll be joining you. So you got to make sure that you're a leader. But follow the top leaders and basically copy them. All right, that's basically what we did when we first started, and now we're getting up there in ranks, and that's what you should do, especially if you just start and just copy the right cat. That's it.
That's right. That's right. And thanks a lot, Joel, and everybody. This is Joel Senior. He's a regional sales director with a company. He also is doing $25,000 a month every 30 days in his business. Joel is probably honestly, Joel, you're like my first business partner, right? I believe. I think
so. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Joe's like the first person that came on this with me and saw the vision and immediately jumped into it. And his story is just being able to spend more time with his family and be able to do this out in West Palm Beach. And this is something that impacts not just you, but it impacts your family. Being able to be in a business where you have more money and you have more time for yourself and your family gives you that flexibility to do the things you want. It's not all about money, but just time. That's why I joined this, because I could go make money and doing so much other things if I want to. But if I saw this opportunity to speed up the time I would need to accumulate that money and have it keep coming in, I'm going to pick that. We don't all know how much years we have. Everyone has different time. So I'm going to find the fastest way to make money, helping people with something that actually makes sense to help them with. I coincidentally need to fix my own credit. I got started because of that. Saw the opportunity, shared it, made some money with it, and I decided to just go full-time with it, and that's just the rest is history. So You have to find these common grounds and be relatable, like Joe was mentioned, and be likable. Market yourself to where people want to be around you. They want to ask you questions. And just learn about credit. Just go in your back office. It's all there. Wisen up yourself with the information. And you are going to always have clientele. And clientele will always refer you to people who will become business partners. If that makes sense. Anybody else have any questions, anything, before we wrap this up?
That was just some really powerful information, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, man. We want to start doing this more often. If anybody ever wants to do a PBR over the phone, over video, do a conference call with their prospects, let someone in the team know. Let us know. But we all on this call.
What's a PBR? I seen the video of Alfred doing one the other day. Is it pretty much a presentation?
PBRs is basically a private business reception. It's basically a home meeting in your living room or wherever else that people can sit down, look at the 1 to 10 document, which is this right here. The 1 to 10 document is, if you guys can see my screen, it's this information right here. 1 to 10 overview. Click on that. It's this right here. Let me zoom this out. Can you guys see that?
Yes, we can see it.
I just had to make sure. Thank you, Giselle, for answering so much. So this 1 to 10 here is a full quick breakdown of the whole business. From the beginning, from leading with the services, with the company's foundation, to ending with training. Y'all need to print this out. Print this out, get it laminated, spend money into your business. Don't print it out in black and white. It's cheap. If people see you print out your information in black and white, it's cheap, okay? And if you treat your business cheap, people are gonna be like, well, if you can't even get color, what the hell are you talking about, building a business. That's all you can do. Find somebody who has an office that can give you a color ink and print some stuff out, laminate it. Find a way to build your business. Everyone on this call has more than enough money to print something out and get it laminated, to put yourself out there, Sacrifice lunch just to go print some papers and get it laminated. Do something, right? But put your business out there and expose it. The PBRs are simply just sitting down and going over this information with people, name, go over the 1 to 10 document with that person, and then answer any questions at the end. That should probably take like 15 minutes to just go over the most, to be honest, right? I believe Bruce has a video. I'm gonna look for it and post it too. But I believe Bruce has a video on YouTube on how he goes over the 1 to 10 document. And there's also videos on how to do a presentation of FES. So you guys can go on YouTube, look up Bruce Rochester. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just send this so we can end this call out. I'm gonna post this in a group, everybody. And if you guys haven't, I use this app. It's called Copied. And I literally, I don't even know if I can see myself. So is this app called Copied? Can you guys see that? Can you guys see that?
It's still on the 1 to 10 overview.
On my screen, can y'all see my video?
Oh,
No.
Like, yes, too small.
Wait, let me see. Hold up. Can you guys see me?
Yes.
All right, so
If you're black, then we're seeing you.
can you guys see this right now?
Wait, went out.
So wait, no one can see me right now?
No.
You know what? I'm not even gonna do this to myself. So there's an app. There's an app on the App Store called Copied, and I save all my text messages, all the different things I do, like ads that I use, how to edify somebody, agent follow-ups, client follow-ups, marketing methods, presentations. If someone asks for more information, I have it there. If I'm gonna do a promotion, I have a text on one. I'm sending out promotion text like, hey, we're gonna be waiving the activation fee to get started. As you get started before Saturday, whatever, however you want to build your business, I just have text messages there just for if someone asks, something. I don't want to go back and type over the same thing over and over again. Like it just makes it faster. Copied? It's called Copied. Yeah, let me post it in the group. got copied. This is a presentation also in the group chat if you guys saw. That's Bruce Rochester's senior vice president, Bruce, guy doing $1 million a month in business. If anybody's definitely killing the business, it's him. That's my personal mentor. But that video presentation, if you look at it and you study it for yourself over and over again, you sharing this information with people who want to overview of the business, they're going to get it right there. And if they have questions, you got to get them on the phone with your upline. You answer the questions yourself if you need to, or you get in contact with me. I'll do a three-way call with you and your team, and to answer any questions they have. But the same information I'm going to answer for them is the same information you can know for yourself. So that's about it. When I want to ask you guys, how was the time on this call? Was it something that took too long? Like, when can we do this call again that would be easier and convenient for everybody? Because we want to do this more religiously.
Just a quick question. He said that the app name for the Instagram was called Grab. Or Grab.
Yeah, Joel, are you there still?
Yeah, it's called Grab. It's green and it has arrows going around.
It's on the App Store?
Yeah, just go to the App Store.
Just type in Grab.
You type in Grab. It's like one of the best things because I'll go on Ashton Henry page and go all the way down to when he first started and basically mimic exactly what he did. Like, so if I like something he posted, I'll just grab the picture and put a different quote, or if I like his quote, I'll change it up, make it more personal, and then do it like that. So, or you can just copy it word for word. They understand that we're just copying those who've been successful. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel, but it's called Grab.
Right.
It's a great app.
I'm looking for the app right now, Joe, on the App Store.
Yeah,
Is it?
Let me see.
If you don't see it, can you get it, share the link in the group?
I see some, but that's about delivery and payments.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it. 30 seconds. We're gonna just wrap this up. I don't want to be on this for no more than an hour.
I'm gonna put it in the group.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Thanks.
Anybody have any final questions before we call this up? Because we're just basically done for now.
I don't have a final question, but I want to say thank you guys for all the valuable information you gave tonight. It was really awesome. The apps that you shared, I'm going on to download those apps as well. So thank you. Look forward to the next Zoom call,
Oh, so on that, and again, thank you so much, Giselle. The next Zoom call, what time works for everybody that's comfortable? Because our team, this call right here is just for us on our team. That we want to just keep bringing other people on board that's from the team, giving them the same valuable information to get everybody back on the same page. What's the time that works for everybody?
I'd say the evening time is the best.
Definitely for the evening. Anytime between 8, 10 o'clock, or what time works for everybody?
Well, I feel like if it's not a time that's interfering with the calls that we get with the other people, like the iron sharpens iron stuff.
Right.
If it's not conflicting with that, I think it should be fine.
Okay. Well, what I'll do is just look out for.
As far as those calls, the last one I tried to get on, I was having an issue. It wasn't allowing me to get on.
Right. Well, some of the calls. Naim, don't mean to cut off what you were talking about, but
yeah,
you guys go in your back office. We just had a co-founders call.
Yeah, I was trying to get on that call, man.
It's pre-recorded. It's in your back office. Okay, so it's in your back office. You can go back and listen to it and play it over, and it'll just bring you back up to speed and everything that's going on. They're gonna mention a lot of good information you need to go over, but they do that co-founder call every quarter every quarter of the year. So this was the last one for the year, I believe. So that's it for now.
One question before we wrap it up.
Sure.
The new age, all right, there's 2 calls that's every Tuesday or Wednesday, right?
The new agent calls are on Tuesday, yeah.
All right, yeah, the new agent calls. Now, those for specifically only potential agents that we're trying to sign up, or we can send customers there also?
You would want to wait for the overview calls when we go over like the opportunity or the services. Like there are product overview calls that I would put on people who want to be potential clients when they go over the different products, what it does, because you're always saving yourself time, giving that potential client information that that top leaders are going over. And for the overview calls, you can put on potential prospects that wants to become a business partner. But then the new agent calls will be for agents that got on board because they're going to be asking you to do certain things that you can only do as an agent, right?
I got you. Okay.
But besides from that, that should be fine. This call is also recorded, everybody. So I'll post it up somewhere that you can have access to it if you need to go back, refer to this. So I'll keep everyone posted in the next Zoom call just to not conflict with any other time. But everybody, thank you for coming out. Thank you for listening on the information. And we
Thank you for your
want
time,
definitely
man.
more. Anytime.
Deuces.
Thank you, Giselle, for coming on board. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good night.
All right,
Hey,
y'all have a
Malik.
good night. Yo.
Yeah, call Miami and check the money, man.
Whenever you're ready, man, just let me know.
Like for real, like how your place set up? Like you could room me if I come through for real.
After everything gets settled, yeah, that's fine. I'll let you know. Maybe, let me see. Hit me up. I'll go over everything with you. We're gonna plan something out. You should have been here for this weekend. And we have a the Manchan party, man.
You know, yeah, man. I've been in Dallas dealing with some stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, we catch up though for sure. And they're looking into the LA trip still.
Okay, hey man, if you can make it out there, we're gonna do that. I should have went over that with everybody, but for the next, we probably do a call tomorrow evening and just go over this. But for sure, man. Oh, got you.